Hi all, very good afternoon. Guess all are doing well. Mm, I'm not sure what to post for today, so I came up with a few ideas or few concepts which will be helpful for freshers or less experienced people in the cloud vertical or infrastructure as services vertical. These things are very basic because without these things there is no meaning in working in cloud computing or artificial intelligence or any other technology. First, let's talk about the basic component in IT, that is desktop system. In a desktop system, are you aware of the components present in the desktop system? In the desktop system, the main unit of desktop support system or desktop system is the motherboard. The motherboard has a cooling unit and it has slots to keep the RAM and ROM. It has a power SMPS, switch mode power supply, that is known as SMPS, fixed in the cabinet. It has a fan rotating because when you connect power to the SMPS, the current will get distributed across the motherboard. It will get heat. So in order to avoid any disruption, the fan will be rotating. In desktop support, if you keep if the servers, when engineer wants to find which system is not working, he will go by the system and he will keep the hand at the rear of the system to test whether the fan is rotating. If the fan is not rotating, that means the system is powered off state. This is one of the tip. Okay. Similarly, laptop. As you know, desktop support systems and desktop systems are there, but the first system that came with a monitor as well as a CPU integrated is Macintosh. It will be like a TV wherein you'll be having both the monitor and CPU integrated. This is for your information. When you talk about server, there are various servers. Okay, the servers that are mainly used are application server, web server, database server, print server, email server. For example, in an application server, the application will be static. That is, whatever that you host in that server will not get changed until or otherwise you manually log in, and if you change it, it is not dynamic, it is static. Static means it will remain constant without any changes. That is known as static. How to host a server? How to host an application? A static application. Consider a bare metal server. At the top of bare metal server, you have operating system. At the top of operating system, you install HTTPD, Apache or Tomcat. Consider you install HTTPD. You have to navigate to the path cd/var www index.html. In index.html, you can write the website design and you can host that particular website in the server, Apache server. When you consider Tomcat, you have to curl and then download the Tomcat directory. Once it is done, then you have to navigate to the context.xml path and then you have to define your application. Tomcat is mainly used for dynamic websites. For example, ticket booking sites, flight booking sites, train ticket booking sites. These things are dynamic websites. If you consider our startup website likemines.cloud, it is static. It won't get changed unless or otherwise we manually change it. Got it? So these are the and print servers, email servers. Email server is consider Gmail or Yahoo Mail or Outlook Mail. You have the emails get stored in these servers. Okay, It works on the protocol known as Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, SMTP protocol. Print server. Consider you have one printer in the ground floor. You have three floors. In all the three floors, IT operations are in full swing. A person sitting in the third floor needs to give printout to a machine which is present in the third floor. Similarly, second floor, second floor printer, first floor printer, ground floor printer, like this. In this case, all these printers will be configured into network printers, and then that particular network will be used in order to give prints. All these things will be configured in a server that is known as printer server. Got it? These are the basic components present in the data desktop support systems, printer, and various servers. Consider a data center. You are studying cloud computing, you are working in a cloud environment, you hear the terminology like server, network, storage, but you haven't seen these things. That is why I'm explaining these things. A data center is a place wherein you have all the things in one place, organized in a organized in a equipped manner. It consists of server. The servers will be lying on the floor or inside a cabinet. At the top of server rack, you'll be having switch. At the top of switch, you'll be having storage. Or this can be reverse as well. Servers, switch, and storage, or storage, switch, servers. Anything is fine. It depends on how you set up or how you do the cabling. Consider a server. The main component of a server is a network interface card. In that network interface card, there is HBA, host bus adapter. Each host bus adapter has a unique WWN, that is worldwide number. This WWN is used in order to perform zoning. Zoning is a concept through which the server is connected with the storage box via a medium known as switch. This switch can be a network switch or a Ethernet switch. What is SAN? Storage area network. Storage area network is a network in which the data are stored in blocks. Okay, consider you have heard about this terminology known as volume in cloud computing. In volume, you are storing the data in SAN. Okay, whereas in S3 you are storing the data in NAS. That is, SAN means block storage, NAS means file storage, object storage. In SAN, the data that you store are divided into chunks and then it is getting stored. We have the concepts known as RAID 0, RAID 5, RAID 10, RAID 50, all these things. Nowadays, people aren't aware of RAID concepts because they are directly working in the cloud computing field. So SAN architecture is designed in a way like first there will be, server will be connected to the storage via switch. Got it? That the wire will be going from server to switch and then from switch to storage. Again, another wire will be going from same server to switch and switch to storage, because if any port fails, there won't be any downtime. The other port will be functional. That is the merit of using multi two switches or zoning in a data center environment. In NAS storage, the same setup, but the data in the storage box is stored as files, like objects, files. That is why it is known as network attached storage. What is a switch? What is a router? A switch is a medium using which you can connect multiple desktop machines or laptops under a same LAN network. What is a router? A router is is a medium through which you can connect wide area network. That is, a person sitting in India will be able to connect with a machine situated in America or Australia using a router. The router is a WAN technology, web area network, through which you connect from one place to the other using internet. For this purpose, router is used. The Ethernet cable that you are using in your home to connect your desktop support systems or your laptop systems is known as RJ45. It is the RJ45 cable. Okay, these things you must be aware. Consider another scenario wherein you are using a Terraform version of 0.11 and all your resources in the internet is dependent on that version. You have hosted using that version. Now you want to upgrade it to Terraform 13. How you will do it? You have to do it without disturbing the existing environment. In this case, you have to first, whatever version upgrade or update that you're going to do, you will have to take backup of the existing infrastructure and then you should perform it. This is one of the key point. Got it? We'll talk about the Terraform version upgrade in my next video, but prior to that I want to tell about OS upgrade, Windows update, patch management, these things. Your Windows machine or Linux machine will receive patches as there are many bots and human hackers trying to harm the system. They will find vulnerability in the application and then they will try to harm that application. In order to avoid these things, a patch versions will be updated by the service provider. For example, for Windows, Microsoft is a service provider. For Linux, Red Hat is a service provider. They will be releasing patches. Those patches needs to be applied in the server or in the laptop or in desktop. While doing this, if you face any error, you should not reboot the server. Remember, it will prompt you to can we reboot the server in order to apply these patches. You should not do it because you must be sure whether you are doing patches for a production server or a non-production server or a test server or a database server. You must be aware of it. Okay, now that we spoke about database, I'll tell you about database. We have two types of database. One is relational and another one is non-relational. Relational database means everything the database data are stored in table and column format in an organized way. Non-relational database means the data are stored in the format tables and columns but in an unorganized way. Got it? Now that we have discussed about desktop components, server components, SAN architecture, NAS architecture, switch, router, about database, I am sure that this knowledge will help you to study cloud computing in a very easy way. So make use of this video, post your comment, be it positive or negative. I will use it and I will improvise the things. Thanks for your time. Have a nice evening.